Hello everyone, thank you for joining me for another online yoga session. We are going to start our practice in a comfortable seated position. So just find your way into a seated position. Maybe your hands come onto your knees, maybe they place the ceiling. If it's not comfortable to sit cross-legged, then find an alternative. Just take a moment here just to settle the gaze on the mat in front of you. Bringing the awareness into your body, maybe just taking a moment to really ground the sit bones down into the earth. Maybe take a moment just to broaden that chest, really broaden those collarbones as you reach up through the crown of the head, so not looking up towards the ceiling. Good, and just taking a moment there. Bringing that awareness onto the breath. Noticing the inhalations and the exhalations. Maybe noticing where you're breathing from. Are you breathing quite shallow in the chest, or are you breathing quite deeply into the belly? Just no judgment there, just take a moment, observe. And then from there, if it's available to you, we'll bring the breath through the nose. Maybe you make a gentle sort of ocean wave sound with every inhalation and exhalation. That's called our Ujjayi breath. If you want to create that sound, feel free to work with it. And from there, we'll just start to slow down that breathing, creating more space in the inhalations and the exhalations. Really breathing deep into the belly. Taking a pause there. I'm going to find equal, slow, steady breath to guide us through the practice. Good. When you're ready, we'll blink the eyes open and we'll go through a few gentle twists. So just allow your hands to come down on your sides. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, left hand comes behind you, right hand to left knee. Inhale, reaching up. Right hand behind you, left hand to right knee. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, twist the other side, left hand behind you. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, right hand behind you. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, left hand comes behind you, right hand to left knee. Stay there for a few breaths. Bring that awareness onto that belly button. Scoop that navel in and up as you sit up nice and tall with every inhalation and with every exhalation. Really bring that twist into the thoracic spine, the upper part of your back. The middle part of your back, sorry. Breathing there. With every inhalation, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right. Right hand behind you, left hand to right knee. Scoop that navel in and up as you sit up nice and tall. Exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands come down through the heart center. Good. From there, we're going to come into our tabletop pose. So, shoulders stacked over wrists, hips over knees. Good. Lifting the front of the ribs towards the back of your t-shirt. So remember, it's quite tempting here just to let everything flop down to the mat. Keeps an engagement. Create space between the shoulders and the ears. Taking a few breaths here in our child's pose, and remembering this pose is available to us for our practice. If we need to take a pause, we just come down here and take breath. Good. From there, as we inhale, we're going to really dome that spine as we rise up. And as we exhale, we're just going to allow that belly to roll all the way down to the mat. We'll take our hands out wide, bring our chin towards our chest, take a pause, inhale, reach up, look up, exhale, holding down, we're taking an extended cobra, inhale to extended cobra, exhale back down to the mat, last one, inhale, exhale, rolling down. Good. Hands come back in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, back to child's pose. Good. Taking a couple of breaths there. Just allowing yourself to feel really heavy here. As your body just sinks down into the mat. Feeling supported by the mat. As you focus on that slow, steady breath. Inhale, rising up, create a nice dome shape as you do, like you're moving through a cat pose. And then as you exhale, just roll down to the mat. Good, once again, hands come out wide. So roughly stacked underneath the shoulders. Come up onto the fingertips. We're really not trying to press into the fingertips. They're just there to bounce off. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Inhale, rise up, extended cobra. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, rolling down. Keep the backs of the toes pressing into the mat. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, rolling down. Good. Bring the hands back in line with the body. Inhale, lift up, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Taking a few breaths here. Good, last one. Inhale, rising up through a cat pose. Exhale, roll the belly down onto the mat. Hands come out wide. Remember, don't press down through the fingertips, just use them there to support you. Tuck the chin towards the chest, press the feet into the mat. Inhale, extended cobra. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, rolling down. Good, last one. Inhale, rolling up. Stay there for a few breaths. Try and keep the chin a little bit tucked as you lift up from the back of the head, so we're not lifting on exhale. Exhale, rolling back down. Hands come in line with the midline. This time we're going to come into downward facing dog. So inhale, lift up, cobra. Check in that those shoulders haven't crept up to the ears. Keep them rolling down the spine. Press through the hands, turn the feet. Lift the hips up and back. As we take off first, downward facing dog. Maybe we pedal out the legs here. Maybe it feels really good to straighten one leg, bending the other one, and just moving gently through that cycle. Keep the fingers spread nice and wide. Keep the whole length of the hands pressing into the mat. And keep the front of the hip bones reaching up and back. Head of the top of the head, just relax them down. Good. Finding your way into your static downward facing dog for a few breaths. Good, and when you're ready, walk the feet towards the front of the mat. Arriving in a nice gentle forward fold. Just releasing the head and neck, grabbing onto the elbows, crown of the head hangs heavy. Press through the feet, tilt the pelvis and lift the sit bones, crown of the head nice and heavy. Maybe gently shake no and nod yes, just to release any tension now. Good, exhale, release the hands, and inhale, roll up. Good, we're just going to take a gentle side bend before we move into some sun salutations. So inhale, reach the palms up. If it's comfortable, interlace the fingers, press the hands up towards the ceiling. Good. Try and take a moment here to stand up nice and tall. If you start sticking the glutes and the ribs out, see if you can tuck the pelvis, suck the ribs in. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, take a side bend to one side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bend the other way. Good. One more time on each side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, take a side bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, take a side bend. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release the hands down. Good. Ready for our full sun salutations with a fire hydrant variation of down dog this time. So it will be a slightly different one to our traditional sun salutation. Inhale, reach up, rise tall. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge at the hips, take a forward fold, release the head and neck. Inhale, lift the hands up the legs, halfway lift, press the chest forwards. Exhale, hands come down, step or jump your feet back, plank pose. Space between the shoulders and the ears, engage the core. Exhale, drop the knees, hinge at the elbows. Keep that space between the shoulders and the ears. As you lower down, once you've found your half chaturanga, lower the belly down onto the mat. Good. Inhale, baby cobra, press the hands into the mat, lift from the back of the head. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press through the hands, press through the feet, lift the front of the hip bones up and back, relax the crown of the head. Creating a nice tall spine here. The legs can stay a little bit bent, that doesn't matter, it's the back that we're trying to get nice and long. Good, from there, just step the feet together, it might give you a little bit more balance. Inhale, lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. Three-legged dog. Bend the right leg, bring the heel in towards the glutes. Open up that hip, fire hydrant pose. Keep the weight spread equally between both hands here. Don't dump down into the left side. Breathing up. Exhale, foot comes down. Inhale, left foot rises. Press through the hands. Bending the heel in towards the glutes. Opening up that hip. Keep the weight pressing equally between the hands. Breathing down. Exhale, releasing down. And from there, just walk the feet towards the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, press the chest forwards, broaden the collarbones. Exhale, forward fold, release the head and neck. Maybe you take a ragdoll pose, maybe you press through the feet, tilt the pelvis, crown of the head, hands heavy. Exhale, release the hands, rooting down, inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Good. We're going to do that one more time, but with a different variation of a back bend as we come down to our mat. Inhale, reach up, rise tall. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge at the hips, take a forward fold, release the head and neck. Inhale, look up, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down, step the feet back, plank pose. Create space between the shoulders and the ears. Engage the core. Exhale, drop the knees. Lower down, chaturanga. Take a pause there, and then when you're ready, just roll that belly down onto the mat. Hands come behind you this time, palms face down. Don't let the shoulders collapse down to the mat, see if you can keep them lifted. So shoulders are reaching back and down. Good. From there, as we inhale, we're going to lift from the back of the head, lift the feet. Maybe hold for the hands. Breathing out. Inhale, draw a really big circle with the hands. Arms coming alongside the ears. Exhale, draw that circle all the way back. Hands come in line with the midline, feet come down to the mat, shoulders back and down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Press through the hands, press through the feet. Lift the front of the hips up and back. Nice full spine. Take a bend if you need to in the knees. Good. Fire hydrant variations once again. So if it helped, step the feet together. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bending the knee, opening up that hip. Keeping the weight pressing equally between the hands, head and neck stays relaxed. Good, for that last breath, straighten that leg. Exhale, release it down. Good, same again, left side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bend the knee, open up that hip. Inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, release it down. Take a pause, take a breath. Walk the feet towards the hands. Coming all the way up. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, take a forward fold. Release the head and neck. Press through the feet. Nice active forward fold. So you're almost engaging those glutes as you lift up towards the ceiling, and then really try and almost that you're tilting to get more of that lift there. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands come down through the heart center. Good, we're going to move through a Sun Salutation B sequence now. Again, with a slightly different variation thrown in. So, from there, bend the knees. Inhale, lift the arms, find your chair pose. Try not to collapse the knees down to the mat. Send them back. Lift the chest slightly without sticking the ribs out. Exhale, take a forward fold, release the head and neck. Inhale, halfway lift, with the hands up the legs, press the chest forwards. Exhale, hands come down, step the feet back, plank pose. Space between the shoulders and the ears, press through the hands, lift the core slightly, drop the knees. Exhale, lower down through a chaturanga. Maybe you get halfway and then you just roll that belly all the way down onto the mat. Once again, finding our locus, hands come behind, shoulders lift back and down. And this time we're going to keep the feet on the mat. We're going to take the right hand and extend it forwards. And as we lift, inhale, we're going to lift the left leg and the extended right hand. Inhale. Breathing back. Keep reaching through the fingers, pressing back through the toes. Exhale, lower down, bring the hands back alongside the body, ready for the opposite side. Left hand extend. Inhale, left leg lifts, left hand wrist lifts, right leg lifts. Inhale, breathing there. Press through the fingers, press through the toes, get a nice length of the spine there. Exhale, releasing down, hands come in line with the midline, shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift up baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, right leg steps in between the hands, and you can drop both knees, pick up that leg, place it all the way forward. Inhale, high lunge. Reaching up, especially through those little fingers heart center, we're just going to take a little bit of a twist here. We're not going to lower down completely. So from there, we're just going to take the body over towards the front bent leg. So taking a nice twist to the right. Good. Now ordinarily we might bring the left elbow onto the right knee and open up. But today what we're going to try and do is just hover just above that knee. Good. Breathing there. Keep opening up that chest. Good. Hopefully you're feeling those abdominals working to maintain the twist rather than just allowing our arms to do the work. Last breath. Exhale. Hands come down. Step that foot back. Plank pose. Good. Taking a breath there. Drop the knees. Maybe move through a chaturanga. Maybe just lower all the way down to the mat. Good. Hands come alongside the body. Shoulders back and down. Inhale, locust. Maybe the hand lift. Good. Once again, draw a really big circle. Hands come alongside the ears. Reach forward, sweep the fingers back through the toes. Exhale, draw that circle all the way back round. Hands come in line with the midline. Inhale, lift up cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Same again, left side. Inhale, left leg lift. Exhale, step the left leg in between the hands. Inhale, reaching up, high lunge. Reaching up through the little fingers. Try not to let the knee come forwards over the ankle. Roughly keep it stacked. Exhale, catches the arms, open up that chest. Inhale, back to high lunge. Exhale, hands come down, heart center. Take a twist towards the left this time. Good. You can stay there and breathe. Or maybe you start to lower the right elbow down towards the left knee. Remember, we're not going to collapse and let our arms do the work. We're really going to allow our abdominals to support us. So keep opening up that chest. Exhale, hands come down, plank pose. Good, space between shoulders and ears. Press through the hands, engage the core. Drop the knees, maybe move through a half chaturanga. So remembering not to lower all the way down to the ground, just take a little dip and then allow the belly to roll down for the rest of the way. Good. For this back bend, we're going to walk the hands a little bit further back than normal. Keep the shoulders back and down. Press through the hands as you lift the chest. Good. Lifting from the back of the head, not chucking the chin forwards. Chin stays a little bit tucked. Keep pressing through the hands. Exhale, lower down. Hands in line with the midline. Inhale, lift up cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Or child's pose. Remember the two you can change up in your practice. Listen to your body. Good. Hopefully we're feeling nice and mobile now in our body. We've spent a bit of time opening up. We're going to move into a wild thing variation now. If it doesn't feel good for you or feels a little bit too advanced, stay in your three-legged fire hydrant variation of down dog. So step the feet together. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bending that left leg, opening up that hip. Finding our fire hydrant variation. Now remember, stay here if you want to. Or start bending that right leg, dropping the hips down towards the mat. Step that left foot behind you. Straighten that right leg. Inhale, lift up. Gentle back bend. Keep pressing through that right hand. Breathing there. Pressing, lifting. Exhale to downward facing dog. Drop the hips first and then step back. Downward facing dog. Good. We're going to do the same again on the right side. Remember, take the variation that feels good for you. Maybe that's child's pose, that's fine. Inhale, lift the right leg. Bend the knee, open up the hip, fire hydrant. Keep the weight equally distributed. Stay here if you need to, or start dropping the left hip down towards the mat. Right foot comes behind you. Left leg extends. Inhale, lift the hips. Press through that left hand. Keep the shoulder away from the ear. Breathing. Keep trying to open that chest. Exhale, sink the hips down to the mat first, and then step back. Downward facing dog. And remember, the beauty of this being at home is that if you needed just to stop, pause, re-listen to that, take a pose again, you're very welcome to. Slow, steady breaths. Keep breathing. Start walking the feet towards the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Release the head and neck. Maybe you grab onto the elbows, take a ragdoll pose. Maybe the forearms meet the calves, and maybe you press the calves into the forearms. Crown of the head hangs heavy. Exhale, releasing wherever you are. Inhale, find your chair pose. So sit back through the hips. Don't let the knees collapse in. Inhale, reach the arms up. Find your chair. Good. Paying attention to the inner arches of the feet here. If they start collapsing in, try and keep them nice and level. Good. Inhale, coming all the way up to standing. Exhale, sigh it all out, open the mouth. Good. From there, we're going to step the left leg out wide, taking a forward fold. Remember, toes face forwards. If it feels good, you can have the heels slightly wider. Take a moment, zip up that core. Inhale, reach the arms up, maybe look up. Exhale, take a forward fold. Good. Hands can come down to the mat. Maybe the crown of the head hangs heavy. Play around with your weight distribution here. If you're sitting back heavy through the heels, try sending your weight a little bit more towards the toes, finding that equal distribution. If you're heavy on the toes, send a little bit back towards the heels. Breathing well. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, rising all the way up to standing. Release the hands behind your back and interlace the fingers, pressing the hands away from you. So you're really opening up that chest, broadening those collarbones. If that doesn't feel comfortable for you, try just gently grabbing on to the forearms or maybe the hips. Good. Inhale, look up, lengthen. And from there, exhale, take another forward fold. Crown of the head hangs heavy, palms pressing together and away from you. Good. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, release the hands onto the hips. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Keep the back foot where it is. Turn the toes of the front foot to face the front of the mat. Widen your stance if you need to. We're coming through to our warrior 2. So from there, keep the core zipped up. Hands reaching out. You can look towards the front fingers. The only thing we're going to change here is taking a bend in that front leg. Shoulders relaxing. Core stays strong. Knee stays over the ankle. So just have a moment, look down at your knee. If it's got the tendency to roll in, try picking up the inner arch of the foot and keeping that knee stacked. Good. Breathing there. Slow, steady breathing. Remember, if the mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. You can also as well look back to your left hand and have a look at what that hand's doing, if it's dropping low or really high. See if you can just bring it in line and then bring the gaze back to the front fingers. Turn that front palm, exhale, reverse that warrior. So the left hand can slide down on the leg, or maybe it comes behind you as you take a little bit of a bind. Breathing there. Keep that nice bend in that front leg, keep that core zipped up. Good. Exhaling, releasing the hands down. Take an inhalation in your warrior two. Exhale, release the hands down. Good. From there, hips are really open in our warrior two. We're going to square the hips, so we're going to just turn the toes of that back foot. Hips are now facing the front of the room, or the front of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up, high lunge. Exhale, hands come forward, reach as far as you can through the fingertips. Start rounding down through that right leg, lift that back leg up. Find a warrior three. If you prefer to bring the hands alongside your body, feel free. Good, you can point or flex the back toes. And remember, if it's too much here for your balance, keep that back foot on the mat and just practice lifting. Good. We're aiming for a straight line from the heel through the crown of the head, so just see if you can find that. Good. Bending that left leg. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, keeping that leg bent. Heel reaching in towards the glutes. Good. From there, just take a moment, trying to bring the knees in line. Reach back for that heel. Taking a moment to keep that core zipped up. If you sort of let the core go here, you can avoid the psoas area that we're really trying to get into. So keep that core zipped up, almost pressing the hips ever so slightly forwards as you tuck the tailbone down. Good. From there, we are going to move into our dancer's pose. So we've got two options with our hand placement. We can have the hand on the outside or the inside of the foot. It's whatever feels better for you. Personally, I like inside because it helps me open the chest a lot more. So from wherever you are, try and keep the knees roughly in line. Try not to let that leg go too far out to the side. Reach the hand forward, the right hand forward. Look towards the right fingertips. Keep that core zipped up. Good. And then just start reaching the chest forwards as you press the left foot into the hand. Standing leg stays nice and strong. Take a small or as deep of dancer's pose as you need today. So if you need to just stay up here and work on the balance, that's fine. A few more breaths. Good. Inhale, releasing out of the pose. Step that left foot back. About 3/4 of our normal sort of stance back. Keep the hips square forwards. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, take a pyramid pose. So hands can come down in line with the body. What's really common here is the hips open up like we do in warrior two, but we want to keep them closed like we do in a high lunge. So think left hip moves forwards, right hip moves back, nice and square. Crown of the head releases. Keep the feet nice and active, hips nice and square. Good. Inhale, look up, lengthen as you start rising all the way up to standing. And then step the feet together at the front of your mat. Good, we're going to do the same again on the opposite side. So this time, right leg's going to extend out. So we're going to face you. Good. Zip up that core. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take a really nice forward fold. Good, hands can come in line, fingertips in line with the toes, crown of the head hangs heavy. Have a look at where your weight is, see if you can find that equal point of balance. Don't let the inner arches collapse, and see if you can keep them nice and engaged. Good, maybe if your hands are on the mat, you can walk the fingers towards the big toes and take a yogi peace grip. So basically take your two fingers round the big toe, thumb comes down, and then you gently pull the thumb up as the elbows come out wide. Glutes stay engaged as you lift up. Find that slow, steady breath. Remember, if your mind wanders, which it probably will do because we are only human, just bring it back to that breath. Good, releasing the hands, maybe you move them back to heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place the right hand down just underneath the eye line. Left hand comes onto the hip. Without changing the position of the hip, see if you can inhale, open that chest. Exhale, swapping hands. So left hand comes in front of the eyes, right hand onto the hip. Try not to change the position of the hips. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, hands come down. Good. Hands move onto the hips. And then when you're ready, inhale, come all the way up to standing. This time, the right foot's going to stay where it is, and the left toes are going to face the front of your room. So remember, I've swapped sides so you can all see me, so you should all still be facing the front of your mat. Good, widen your stance if you need to. Remember, it depends on how far you want to go in your warrior two. Zip up that core, really important here. It's really tempting just to let everything go. Keep it all nice and engaged. Hands extend, shoulders relax. Remember, we're not going to change anything, but take that bend in that front leg. You can widen your stance if you need to. Keep the inner arches of both feet nice and active, so especially on that back foot, try not to let the ankle collapse down. Good. Breathing there. Good. Keeping a nice bend in that front leg. Check that the knee's not rolling into the midline. Keep it stacked. Good. Turn that front palm. Exhale, reverse that warrior right hand and slide down the legs, or maybe it comes behind you. That core zipped up. Good. Inhale, find your way back. Warrior two. One breath. Exhale, release the hands down. It can feel really good to keep them on the hips here because it helps you understand the movement where we've got our hips really open in our warrior two. When we move towards our high lunge, we close them. So just take a moment, come on the ball of that back foot and notice as you square the hips towards the front of the room. Good. Inhale, reach the hands up. Find a high lunge. Reach up through the little fingers. Try not to flare the ribs here. We're not coming into any back bends. Keep everything nice and tucked. Good. Good, start grounding down through that left leg. Start reaching forwards through the fingertips, sending your weight onto that left leg, taking a warrior three. Try and keep the hips level, try not to open that hip too much. Hands can come alongside you, I know it always feels better for me. Try and keep the core nice and strong. So don't let the ribs flare forwards, don't arch the back, keep everything tucked. Press or point the back foot, whatever feels better for you. We're really aiming for a nice straight line from the toes out through the crown of the head. And remember, if it's too much to balance here, bring the foot down on the mat and just work on finding that balance. Good. Start bending that right leg and come all the way up. Standing. For a moment, just to strengthen the hamstrings, squeeze the heel in towards the glutes, and then take the right foot in the right hand. Good. Remember, 2 hand positions in dancer's pose. Take the one that works for you. You can hold the outside of the foot or the inside. As I said, I prefer the inside, so get one with a chest stretch. Left hand extends forward. This might be where we stay in a dancer's pose. Remember, if you're at home, you've got the luxury, take it to a wall, use any pieces of furniture you've got around to help you with balance. Good. And from there, all we're going to do is start pressing that right foot into the hand, trying to keep the hips square as we press forwards. Maybe we start lifting that back foot up as well. Breathing there. Few more breaths. Doesn't matter if you're wobbling, I am too. Good. Releasing. Step that right foot back. Just a short stance away. So we're not stepping all the way back towards a high lunge or anything like that. Just a short stance. Keep the hips square. Inhale, lengthen. This time, if you want to, you can take the same pose as last time. Or maybe interlace the hands behind you, keep the chest nice and open. Inhale, exhale, take a forward fold. Lifting the hands, pressing them together and lifting up towards the ceiling. Breathing there. Trying to keep the hips square, so maybe you send the left hip back, right hip forward. Maybe you look towards the toes. I know we've worked quite hard so far, so if anyone needs to take a child's pose or anything in between, feel free. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, step to the front of your mat. Maybe you give yourself a nice little shake. Good. We've got one more little sequence to move through, then we'll come down to some more cool down poses. So from there, inhale, reach up. Exhale, take a forward fold, bend the knees, hinge the hips, forward fold. Stay for a couple of breaths. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, press the chest forwards. Exhale, hands come down, step the feet back, downward facing dog. Good. Press through the hands. Lift the front of the hip bones up and back. Good. Couple more breaths. Good. Drop the knees down towards the mat, coming into our tabletop pose. Remember, if you need to fold over the mat for some extra padding. Underneath the knees, please do. Good. Stabilize the pose, shoulders away from the ears, front of the ribs reaching up towards the back of the t-shirt. Good. Breathing there. So I always feel like I am a little bit more stable if I bring my knees together with where we're going next, but listen to your body. If that doesn't feel good, don't worry, take what does. Good. So from there, we're going to keep the right leg bent, and we're just going to see if we can take that sole of the foot and press it up towards the ceiling without changing anything in our core. Good. Holding there for a few breaths. And then from there, we're going to drop the pelvis, open the chest. Maybe we look up slightly as we almost imagine that we could touch the top of the head with those right toes. Good, breathing in our tiger's pose. Try and broaden the chest here, almost like the back of the chest is pressing forwards as the shoulders move back. Good. Exhale, bring the right knee towards the nose, rounding that spine, almost like we're moving through a cat pose. And then from there, step the foot in between the hands. Good. Inhale, reach up. This time we're taking a 90-90 low lunge. So in a more traditional low lunge, the hips are sinking down. In our 90-90, we've got a 90 degrees between both legs, and we're almost tucking the tailbone slightly as we reach the arms up. Really targets the hip flexors, which are a really important part in safe and effective back bends, which is what we've been working a little bit through today. Good, last breath, inhale. Exhale, hands come down, frame that front foot. Maybe you bring the knee back towards the nose, and then maybe you send that right leg all the way back into our tiger's pose, dropping the pelvis, opening the chest, toes reaching towards the crown of the head. Option to stay there, or maybe you send the left arm behind you. Take either side of the foot. Again, I like to take the opposite side, so it opens up the shoulder, and then press that foot into the hand, looking forwards. 3 big breaths, wherever you are. Remember, you can keep the hand down and take the first tiger's pose variation we did. Good. Wherever you are, release the hand down, release the right knee down. Good, same again, left side. So just take a moment, stabilize your tabletop. Inhale, keep that left leg bent and lift the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling without changing the core, the stable tabletop that we've just found. And take a few breaths there to start with. And then from there, drop the pelvis, open the chest, look up slightly. Maybe the toes reach the crown of the head. Good. Exhale, left knee comes forward, meets towards the nose. Taking a nice rounding of the spine, what we do in our cat pose. And then seeing if we can step that foot in between the hands. Good. Inhale to our 90-90 low lunge. Remember, you can tuck the pelvis and reach up 3 fingers. Exhale, hands come down, frame that front foot, knee moves towards the nose, one last time, hover that foot, and then start dropping the pelvis, open the chest, as we take our second tiger's pose. We can stay here in this variation with both hands on the mat, or we can reach the right hand back this time. Remember, you can take the inside or the outside. I prefer the outside, but doesn't mean you have to. Press the foot into the hand, opening that chest, looking forwards, staying here for 3 big breaths. Exhale, releasing down. And from there, just allow the knees to come out wide, sit back towards the heels, walk the hands forwards, crown of the head hangs heavy in a child's pose. Good. Worked really hard to get here, so just enjoy this sweet spot. Steady breathing. Allow the breath to be that sort of continuous flow that moves through our practice. When you're ready, start walking yourself up to a seated position. You can just sand the legs out in front of you. Good, we're going to take a forward fold. So remember, I like to take these with bent legs because I've still got tight hamstrings. I've accepted them now. Bent legs feels better for me. If straight legs feels better for you, that's absolutely fine. But wherever you are, keep the feet active. So press the heels down and slide them forwards. Toes reach towards you. Hands can come onto the hips as you feel that pelvis tilt forwards first, and then hands can come towards the feet or the mat. Maybe you find a little bit more length in the legs. Good, taking a forward fold in whatever variation your body needs. So remember, that can be straight legs, can be bent legs. The aim here is to really release the lower back. So if your legs are straight and you're sort of rounding, try and rethink that. See if bending the legs helps you release the lower back. We've done a lot of back bending today, so it's really nice to balance this out. Maybe you found a little bit more space. Press the heels a little bit further forwards. Sometimes looking towards the toes can help with that length in the spine. Good. And then from there, you can just allow yourself to roll up and roll all the way down to the mat. Inhale, lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. You can take hold of the shin, or the calf, the hamstring, or maybe you can reach the toes. Wherever you are, don't hold behind the knee. If you've got behind your knee, just take a different hand position. And just breathe there in a nice hamstring stretch. Keep both feet flat, so toes reaching towards you. Breathe in there. Bend that right leg and take that right leg over towards the left side. You can extend the right hand out to the right and look towards the fingertips. We're basically coming into a gentle twist. Maybe now you start to close the eyes. Good. Inhale back to center. Maybe you hug both knees in towards your chest. Maybe you rock gently from side to side. And then we'll do the same again on the left side for our Savasana. So extend the right leg long. Lift the left leg up towards the ceiling. Interlace the hands. Maybe you come behind the hamstring. Maybe behind the calf. Or maybe you can reach up towards the toes. Whatever feels better for you. Remember, we're coming into a cool down sort of stage of our practice, so you don't need to overdo it here. Do keep both feet a little bit active though, so just gently flexing the feet. Bending that left leg, taking the left leg over towards the right side, extend the left hand out, maybe look towards the fingers, maybe you close the eyes. Breathing there in a gentle twist. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Maybe you hug the knees in towards your chest. Maybe you wrap yourself in a really nice tight little ball as you gently rock from side to side. And then when you're ready, find your way into your Savasana. So remember, you can keep the feet on the mat and let the knees roll in, or you can extend out to the side. Palms can face the ceiling. If you need to sort of tuck the shoulder blades in towards each other to get the palms out, that's fine. And remember, all we need to do for the next few minutes is relax as deeply as possible. When you're ready, just start wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, just gently bringing that awareness and that movement back into the body. Good. Maybe you reach up overhead and give yourself a nice big stretch from the tips of the fingers all the way to the tips of the toes. Good. Maybe you make a little pillow with your arm to rest your head on as you roll over to one side, keeping the eyes closed. Press up to a comfortable seated position. Bring the hands to heart center. Take a moment, practice gratitude for yourself, for your yoga practice, for maybe some of the stillness that we've created inside at the moment. Good. We'll arrive softly back in the room by rubbing the hands together. Placing that lovely warmth we've created for ourselves over our eyes. Take a pause, blink the eyes open, look first at the hands. Slowly move the hands away back to heart center. Namaste. Thank you all for practicing with me again today. Hopefully you were enjoying our online series. If anyone has any recommendations, any poses you want to work on, just send me a message. I'd love to keep in touch with you. Thank you.